Well, hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm wearing the Islanders tonight for one specific reason, because they are kind of the topic of this video, and it's a question that's I know I've been asked it. I'm not sure what exactly the answer is, but it'll be interesting to kind of look at these and kind of wonder what's going on here. So, but before I do that, if you are new to the channel, welcome. Hopefully you enjoy the content. If you love hockey, if you love hockey jerseys, hockey talk, just anything hockey related. That's what I love doing here. I love doing these videos, talking hockey, and if that's something you guys enjoy, then it would mean a great deal to me if you would hit that subscribe button, and I'd love to have you all along for the ride, and we'll see how high we can grow the channel. So, with that said, the New York Islanders. Now, of course, I'm wearing the reverse retro, bringing back the fisherman. And, I gotta say, for a logo that's definitely kind of divisive in their history, the fact that it made a comeback is pretty cool. And I think, shockingly, a lot of the players on the team, were looking forward to wearing this. So that's pretty cool. But what I wanted to talk about here is, now we know the New York Islanders have won, they've won 4 Stanley Cups in their history. Now, one thing though I was curious of, because I have a couple here. This, of course, this is their vintage collection jersey, and then of course I have their Coho, their orange Coho one. Now, a couple things are interesting on this, on both of these actually, and I don't know why this is, but if you look closely here, you see on the stick here, they have these little lines here, which, that kind of represents, the tape job. Well, we've all kind of known that, this is supposed to represent the amount of Stanley Cups that they've won. Well, there's only 3 here. Now this, of course, this is a CCM vintage one. Here's the Coho one, which, they had won their 4 Stanley Cups before, long before they made these particular jerseys. But this one too. This one only has the 3 on there. I don't know why. Nobody really knows why. But that's kind of how it was with the CCM. With the CCM jerseys, that was kind of that was the thing. They had three lines on there. Well, then they went and they switched to Reebok. And of course, this is one of the reasons why I definitely upgraded my my Reebok ones, and why I kind of, why I ultimately want to upgrade to a prime green, because, somehow that happened. I don't know exactly why, but if we look at this Reebok one, what's different? They have 4. So they have 4 stripes here, while the CCM and the Coho one had 3. I don't know why. It's definitely kind of interesting. But then, of course, we move to the Adidas line, and of course, this is a Climalite. I do want to upgrade this to a prime green. But if we look at this one, we see It's got 4 lines again. And I don't understand necessarily why. And of course, here's the reverse retro 1.0, and we look at this. It's got the four lines. So I know people have asked me, why that was. Why did the older CCMs only have 3 stripes while the Reebok and Adidas had the 4 that they're supposed to have? Because they won 4 Stanley Cups, why would you not have 4? And it's interesting because I do have another New York Islanders jersey somewhere. I think it's in one of my totes that's out in the back in our storage unit. But they had on that one, they had a patch on the shoulder with 4 stripes on it, signifying their 4 Stanley Cups. But I think even still on that one, on the stick part there, I think even that one still only had 3 stripes. So people have wondered why did they, is it a mistake that they had just made and they realized it and corrected it when Reebok came out? I don't exactly know. I would love to know what you guys think. Why do you think the Islanders, why did they have 3 for the longest time? They won their 4th Stanley Cup in 1983. So they should have had 4 stripes the entire time. If we look back on these, on the throwbacks here, this was made in I think the early 2000s. Like 2002, 2003. So why would that only have 3 stripes? Same with this one. This one, of course, this was an alternate that they had back in the, was it the late 90s, I think? Late 90s, early 2000s. But even this one, only the 3 stripes. Why 3? When you have on here, we take a good close look here. If you can kind of see, there's 3 stripes, 4 stripes. I don't really know why. And it's kind of one of those things that, as a hockey fan, I had never really noticed it, but I remember somebody pointing it out because somebody had noticed it, and then I was like, really? So then I took a look and went and found grabbed some of these back out of here, and I was like, oh wow, okay, so yeah, they did make a change at some point. So obviously, when they made the change to Reebok, or at least somewhere in that vicinity, when they made the change to Reebok, somebody must have realized that we're missing a stripe here. We're trying to signify, here's the 4 Stanley Cups that we've won. We've won 4 Stanley Cups, but it's only got 3 stripes on that stick. Why only 3 stripes? We got to add a 4th. That's what I'm guessing, is somebody noticed it and realized that that something obviously wasn't right. So they went and they corrected it and they put the 4 stripe on there. But it's interesting. I honestly, because the question's been asked of me as to why did they do that? Was that just a misprint by CCM back in the day, or was that always the design? And I think going back into the history of the logo, for the longest time, it had 3 stripes on it for the longest time. They made the change when they went to Reebok. like I said, I don't know if somebody just never really noticed it, and then somebody in their creative department noticed there's only 3 stripes here when there probably should be 4. I think maybe we'd need to add another one on there. So I'm thinking that's kind of what they did, is somebody in the Islanders design department or something realized we're missing a stripe here. We've won 4 Stanley Cups, but this is signifying only 3. So I'm thinking that's probably why they added the 4th. But I mean, I don't know that for sure. But it is kind of interesting that for the longest time, the New York Islanders logo had, on the stick, it had only 3 stripes. Up until they made the change to Reebok, and then when they made the change to Reebok, that's when we saw the 4th one come on. So, it's definitely kind of an interesting thing that I don't think a lot of people noticed for the longest time, but it's definitely interesting to see that, when you look back on them and they're like, and you see them, and yeah, there was only 3 stripes on it for years, and then they finally they kind of rectified the mistake and put the 4th stripe on there. But I don't exactly know why it took so long to make that change. I would love to know what you guys think in the comment section. What kind of theories do you guys maybe have as to why, for the longest time they had 3 and then they finally made the change to 4. I'm thinking somebody in the design department just all of a sudden realized we're missing one here and we need to add one. Again, I don't know if that's the actual reason, but it's an interesting speculation. It's an interesting thing to speculate. And I would love to know what you guys think. Was it just, was it for the longest time, was it just a mishap in the design department for the longest time when they were making the jerseys and only had the 3, and then somebody noticed it and they added the 4th? I don't know. I don't know exactly for sure, but I would love to know what you guys think in the comment section below. And what's your guys' theories? Was it just somebody messing around and messed up and somebody finally caught it? I don't know. I'd love to know what you guys think in the comment section below. Obviously, I will put the link to the Discord in the description. And yeah, it's kind of an interesting question that I thought I'd kind of throw out there. Why did they have 3 stripes for the longest time, and then why did they finally add the 4th? I'd love to know what you guys think. Hit like and subscribe if you have not done so already. And yeah, it's an interesting question for sure. And I'd love to hear other people's opinion. So again, hit like and subscribe if you've not done so already. And I will see you guys again later.